Today I'm watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 6, Episode 12. In the previous episode, we had Buffy was turned invisible by Warren, Jonathan, and Andrew. They, accidentally gave her this freedom, so she was able to go around town and, do things she's never had freedom to do before, and it was an interesting episode to see her actually be, happy and joyful and kind of, doing these little pranks and jokes, and we had the social worker come check up on her, and it did not go well at all, so she was able to, it sounds like, get a new caseworker, and we'll have another interview, as I think the original caseworker would have taken away Dawn, or at least set some, very intense restrictions, and was going to monitor Buffy very closely, which I definitely don't think she would have liked. Her and Spike had some interesting scenes together as she was invisible, and they were up to their usual antics. Willow was able to stay away from magic for the whole episode. That was great, and was actually able to figure out who the trio is. So yeah, I'm very curious to see where this episode's going to go, because Willow found out where the van is, who the trio is. They obviously recognized Jonathan. Warren's the one that made the Buffy bot. Yeah, I was surprised Buffy didn't recognize Jonathan's voice on the phone, but anyway, so yeah, I'm not sure if this episode will be a showdown between them, because they obviously know who they are and that they're out to try and kill Buffy. Warren had that invisibility gun set to destroy Buffy, basically. Dawn is upset with Willow because of the car accident, obviously, so things are very tense, and in the last episode we saw Buffy finally realize that she wants to be here, as, this invisibility power was going to turn her into nothing. It was going to fade away till she would disappear entirely and die. So she came to terms with, okay, I want to be here, I want to be alive, and she said that's not something she has been feeling lately, so it was great to see kind of that revelation. I'm really enjoying the series so far. This season, I still don't know how I feel, but yeah, I'm very curious to see how it's gonna go. But thank you so much for sharing and this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
Spell books, some parchments, a couple of rare things, charmed objects, and a conjurer's harp.
You can't get excited about those things anymore, Willow.
They had other stuff, razor scooters and pictures of the Vulcan woman on Enterprise.
Oh my. I haven't seen Star Trek, but that apparently is something exciting.
Nerds. Okay. See, this is why demons are better than people.
Okay, yeah, so they took off. No showdown, I guess. They're just gonna be gone into the wind.
The workers are the tools that shape America.
Good to know. I was kind of feeling like a tool.
Oh my, this is a fun outfit. What animal is on her head? Cheese and rice.
In your city or small town across the American West, you've ordered our delicious food from our happy employees. But now you're seeing it all in a new way. You're seeing it from
Buffy's got a job? Okay, this fast food restaurant.
experience.
I'm part of it. I'm part of it.
Oh, these training videos at work. They're always the
This
worst.
cow and this chicken don't know it yet.
Nightmare.
Cow and a chicken get together? Why, that's a double meat medley. Let's take a look now at the process of harvesting these two species.
Oh god, I'm terrified. Buffy's gonna become a vegetarian after this. Yep, this is gonna be gruesome. What sounds are happening now?
Crap.
That's gruesome. So it's a chicken and beef together, that's double meat.
After each visit to the restroom, follow these rules and you'll be a happy part of the double meat family for a long time.
This makes my insides want to be ill.
Interesting, isn't it?
No, sir. Not even a little bit.
Chicken come together even though they've never met. It's like Sleepless in Seattle if Meg and Tom were like minced.
There used to be a cartoon called Cow and Chicken.
Another one. Catherine.
Emily?
Yeah.
She's gone.
What happened?
Oh, this guy's ominous.
Whatever always happens.
That's suspicious, to say the least.
You want to get something out of this, Buffy? You'll do the same. You put the work in, and 10 years from now, you'll be where I am.
Wow, you got a shiny new button. Buffy's like, this is my nightmare. This is my literal nightmare.
You're on the clock.
A real, punch card. Okay, yeah, I'm curious. We know the social worker wanted Buffy to have a job.
Same to me, too.
Oh, no, not the employees, the chicken slices.
Oh, gross. Yeah, this is Buffy's first job. We know she's like filled in for a few shifts at the magic shop, but this is like her first real job.
That's the dehydrated pickle storage. Those are locked.
Why would pickles be locked? What? What is this place?
A classic double-decker with a twist. A pure beefy patty above the mid-bun, and a slice of processed chicken product below the mid-bun.
Processed chicken product.
Ingredient. Eat it.
Oh, this is uncomfortable.
It smells so good.
The thing's the size of her face. This is uncomfortable. Yeah, stand here and watch me eat this giant burger.
Secret ingredient.
It's a meat process.
More meat in the double meat.
Button, then I hit the small button, and then cherry pie. There's a picture of a little fried pie.
Buffy can slay vampires, but struggles with a cash register.
That's nice.
Oh, you really might make it, dear. Not like some of them, where suddenly you never see them again.
Why do I think they all met a horrible fate?
Does it look chocolatey to you?
There's definitely gonna be something in the burgers. There's no way. Yeah, it's called this like special ingredient. It's Sunnydale. There's gotta be something up. And with everybody going missing, yeah. Or people like, I'm assuming they're going missing because if they're not working there anymore and it's Sunnydale. Again, I'm assuming they met some horrible fate.
I love you guys.
So, Buff, how's it going?
I don't know. I waitressed before, but this is different.
Oh, right. She was a waitress in LA. I forgot about that. Yes.
Slow night.
Yeah, the staff seem especially zombie-ish.
Let's go with Manny. There's no one here.
Sure there is. Look.
Oh, hello, Spike. He doesn't eat? What is he gonna get?
Go away.
Yeah, and you chose to be in the consumer service profession, and I'm a consumer. Service me.
He's definitely enjoying this too much.
You're not happy here.
Please don't make this harder.
You don't belong here.
No. She needs the money, though. Like, what choice does she have?
I need to go help Gary with the fries.
You're gonna get out of here. This place will do stuff to you.
Where's Spike gonna get money? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that sentence at all.
Someone there? Oh, hey, what are you doing? What?
Oh, good night. Oh. They will charge him for his hat, though. It is part of his uniform, and he needs it.
Like I just left, you know?
You came back.
And just the folder of gone. Like, that's ominous.
I'm moving Timothy to counter. You're on grill.
Me?
I've been watching you.
That's creepy and weird, for sure.
Hair, eyelashes, nostrils.
What, all those end up in the burger? What? Gross. Ew.
You want to look inside my ears?
What a weird thing to offer. No, thank you.
Grinder guys is late too.
But they could still show up, right? I mean, they could be anywhere.
As cue the giant pile of meat. Oh, God. That's ominous. Are people the meat? Is that what we're doing? God.
Hello. I am here to tear this man apart. How many pieces do you wish?
Oh, my God.
It's boiling with nothing in it. Sometimes it does that. They say bugs fall in there.
What? Yeah, I don't know if Spike meant, okay, this is gonna kill you in, like, the way that menial jobs kill you slowly. Next to the teamwork sign, can we not? Or if it means, like, literally kill her.
It's better now. I'm getting my focus back.
I can see that.
Amy's a bad influence. I don't like that. She's highlighting every word of the textbook. Oh, no.
Don't think that's the way to look at it.
Hey, Will. It's your birthday.
Is it her birthday? What?
But now that you mention it, Buffy's is
Potestas.
Oh my god, what is this? Yeah, Buffy's, what? Why did Amy put a spell on her? What? Oh my god, she's just melting everything. Whoa!
Amy, it's a gift.
Amy sucks. Go back to being a rat.
It didn't come from you. It came from me. Completely legal.
Says who?
Enjoy.
This isn't what Willow wanted. Oh my god, Amy, get out of here. She's got the scary black eyes again. Oh my god. Willow was doing so good, and then frickin' Amy shows up. I'm curious what they used for the... Oh, that's a finger. Yep, for the fake meat. Oh god. Yep, there are people in there. That's where the people are disappearing. Straight into the meat grinder. Ugh.
Buffy! Buffy!
Stop! Stop! Everybody! You have to stop! Stop!
Oh god.
Eat this! It's not beef! It's people! Nobody meddling!
It's getting real soil and green up in here. Oh my god.
Probably not the chickeny part, but who knows? Who knows?
What about the cherry pie?
Granny been eating people?
What are you doing? I thought you were part of the team!
Whoa, bye Manny, you messed with the wrong Slayer. The only Slayer, goodbye.
Observe. Here's how a real human would behave. Oh, so he corrects you? Well, no, it's just...
I mean, when you put it like that, yeah, it's not great.
As the secret ingredient, we need to analyze that burger. We need to find out if it used to be people.
What?
As Xander's eating it. Oh god.
Oh, Manny?
Oh god, a foot! A whole foot! Oh, goodbye, Manny.
Does that surprise you?
Again, I say, huh?
No. I'm not sure what I'm seeing. Cellulose?
It kind of looks scaly, like a human. Yeah, for sure. Because we're definitely finding human body parts. So if they're putting demons in the thing, ugh, gross.
I don't care for that. I mean, I have to do something.
Oh, gross! What is this alien creature coming out of her head? Oh, gross, Buffy!
Paralyzing. Don't try to move, dear.
Ew. God, that's horrible.
Arms a bit while you still can. Did I tell you? You're my favorite.
And of course it grows right out of her head. That's nightmare fuel.
You're so full of double meat burgers, and you just slide down so smooth.
Ugh, gross.
Of the paralysis. It means
she's sick.
Eat you slowly.
Oh, bonks. Give her the bonks. It's always the quiet ones we gotta watch out for.
Buffy, if you're in there, the burger isn't people.
Oh, God!
They aren't even meat. It's all processed vegetables. Isn't that weird?
Because she eats the people and then she makes the meat? Oh my god, he's taking a bite out of her shoulder! Come on, Buffy! Oh!
Something fell.
Oh! Turns on the grinder! Ah!
Buffy! Visitors, how nice.
Oh! Of course it sprays something? Well, that's uncomfortable. Gross! It's just a water gun. Oh no, Buffy! Oh! Decapitation. Ew! It's so gooey. Ew! Right in the neck. And its little demon gross neck. Oh! Ah! Good night. When in doubt, throw in the meat grinder.
Lies, but I think it's wearing off. I did it! I killed her, Buffy, look!
Ew. So juicy. You know what? I'm not hungry at all after watching this.
Amy.
Can I come in? My new place isn't set up and I wanted to borrow some stuff like detergent.
You really can't.
I'm glad Willow's standing up for herself. Yeah.
Well, when they start calling me Stinky Amy, I'm just gonna say, hey, not my fault.
I can't spend time with you anymore.
They gotta break up. She's a bad influence.
Argument you got there. Were you on the debate team? I forget. I forgot a lot while you were failing to make me be not a rat.
Amy's just seeking revenge now. Yeah, because she was a rat for so many years.
Have a seat.
They just don't want people to know there's vegetables in their burger?
It's a form and texturized vegetable-based meat-like product suitable for grinding. It's blended with large amounts of rendered beef fat for flavor.
I recognize this actress as well.
It's a valuable secret, isn't it?
Is there something you want?
Money, yes. Cash in, Buffy.
Right now, and you're already trained. I think you cannot be fired.
She's just gonna keep this company secret for a regular minimum wage paying job.
But from now on, see this? I want you to be shooting for this from here on out.
I think Buffy's gonna quit. She hates this. Poor Buffy. So this could be like part of the story now? She's just gonna have random shifts at the Doublemeat Palace? Like that's gonna be a thing we're doing? Okay. So that was my first time watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 6, Episode 12. It was an interesting episode. I feel like it would have done better in like a previous season, as working at a fast food joint kind of seemed like something Buffy would have done more in her teenage years. I know she's still very young and, you know, early 20s, but yeah, it was interesting to kind of have this, you know, parody spoof of, you know, fast food places and this Doublemeat Palace and, you know, watching the training videos. And I feel like anybody who's ever worked any kind of service job or, you know, dealing with customer service or anything like that would relate to this episode and the things you would go through when you work in those environments. So yeah, I think that was interesting. And we know obviously Buffy needs some cash as she's trying to support herself and support Dawn. We haven't met a new social worker yet, but I feel like that's inevitable. That's going to happen. So she wants to make sure that she can show that she is responsible. She can provide. She is doing these things to ensure that Dawn, you know, has a roof over her head and that they're both, you know, taken care of. So I wasn't expecting it to become more of like a permanent thing. Like at the end, she asks for her job back, basically. So I'm very curious how that's going to play a part of the show going forward. If she's going to not be able to patrol or help out the team because she's going to have to pick up a shift, you know, at this Doublemeat place. And, you know, finding out the secret ingredient was in fact vegetables was kind of... I was like, okay, and obviously I suspected something, and as did Buffy with it being Sunnydale, you know, very Soylent Green, thinking there's people involved. If you haven't seen Soylent Green, it's a sci-fi movie. It's really good. You should definitely check it out if you enjoy sci-fi, but yeah, like I was like, okay, it's going to be a demon, it's going to be something, and then it's just the company wanting to not let people know that there was vegetables involved. I was like, oh, okay, that's... And obviously the people who were disappearing were because of a customer who had a terrifying demon thing coming out of her head, who was just eating people, you know, who worked at this one restaurant. I was like, are we going to go the whole episode without Buffy, you know, killing a demon or doing anything like that as she's working at this restaurant? But obviously the demons come to her. There's no shortage of that. And to see everybody kind of, you know, on the other side of this counter, you know, ordering food and being like, hey, Buffy, we're here to, you know, support you and, you know, check you on your first day of work and see how things are going. And Spike showing up saying that this place was going to kill her, I was like, usually the writing in this is very, like, they put clues and little breadcrumbs along the way, so I was like, okay, what does that mean? Like, is that, you know, being stuck at this job is going to kill her slowly, or, like, is she literally going to be killed? And then we see the two of them, you know, out back as Buffy doesn't want to be here. She just feels like she has to. And Spike saying he could get the money. I don't know what that means. If he's going to rob a bank, if he has like a secret stash of wealth. Vampires obviously have to support themselves somehow because they can't go out and get jobs. Or I guess they could. It would just have to be at night. But Spike doesn't have a job. Like his source of income was, you know, getting cash from Giles. So I don't know what that's going to be like. But it was interesting that he would offer, and I mean, obviously he knows that Buffy has been struggling with this, or maybe she hasn't told him as much, but yeah, it was interesting that he even offered. We did have Buffy mention as well her waitressing job when she was in LA, which nobody else really knew about because she had left Sunnydale. She, had gone out on her own. And other than that, we've seen her work shifts, at the Magic Box, but just kind of like volunteering here and there. So it was interesting to see her kind of explore the working force, in an official capacity. Obviously, being a Slayer is a full-time job as well, but to see her, have a shift she needs to show up for on this exact time and she can't leave. She needs to be there and has designated breaks and, gets free meals and stuff like that was interesting because even Spike saying, like, is this you trying to prove that you're normal, like being a normal girl and having a normal job? I can see it being more of like a background thing. Like I said, I think they'll mention it, but I don't know how many more scenes we're going to have here. Yeah, please no spoilers, but to me, this kind of felt like, okay, we need to put in something because she has to have a job, so we'll do an episode about it. And yeah, I can't see this being a focal point for the episodes going forward. And we do find out that the trio has in fact left, because I was like, okay, in my mind, that's what this episode was going to be. They were going to, face off with the trio, but they've gone into the wind, so I don't know when or if we'll see them again. I'm glad Willow is trying so hard to stay away from magic, and you can definitely tell she's getting frustrated, which is a very human and, normal emotion, obviously, and she's getting frustrated because things are so slow, and she's used to everything being instant with magic, and now she's having to have a little bit more patience, to get through things. And for Amy just to put like that spell on her or to give her that magic basically was totally uncalled for. She knows Willow is trying to cold turkey, quit. And she even brings that up like 2 seconds before, like, what are you doing? And Amy's just taunting her, being like, well, you should really enjoy this and you're having so much fun and you're not denying it. And then she makes a comment about being a rat, and it sounds like she's very much holding animosity towards Willow for not turning her back human sooner. And yes, Willow's powers got very advanced quickly, but it's not really... She wasn't intentionally thinking, oh, I'm going to keep Amy in this cage to make her life miserable. It was more, she was dealing with a lot of other things, and her powers only really became this advanced in the last, season or so. Like, the first few years, she wouldn't have been able to do this, and I think Amy's just really upset that she spent so much time being a rat, obviously, and is taking it out on Willow and is trying to make her life as difficult as possible, and is being very mean to Willow as well. And I'm glad Willow stood up for herself and said, like, no, we can't be friends, and then like threatens her as well and says, like, you're either with me or you're against me, but either way, like, don't underestimate how powerful I am, basically. And yeah, I don't know if we'll see Amy again, please no spoilers, but she's definitely a bad influence for Willow, and Willow's too vulnerable right now, I think, to have Amy around. I don't know if we've had a Willow birthday episode before, but Amy mentioned it's her birthday, whether that was just for an excuse to give her this magic or if it's actually Willow's birthday. And even she mentions that it's Buffy's birthday coming up, so I'm not sure if the next episode will be a birthday episode for Buffy. They usually go horribly wrong, so I hope not, but each season we've had this birthday episode for her. Anya's friend arrives for the wedding, and Anya kind of questions, maybe Xander's not right for me, as her friend is kind of like, this guy, like, you're sure about him? And they're starting to talk about their relationship a little bit more, and Anya thinking, well, of course I want to be with him, and then thinks, okay, but he always questions everything I does and corrects me, which Xander definitely does, and Xander's trying to make her more human and kind of erase her demon side. And Anya definitely has some awkward social situations because she just doesn't know, but I could see how frustrating it would be to have somebody, correct you all the time and remind you that you don't know much about being a human and how to act like a human. So they were like bickering a little bit, but again, still no real set date for the wedding, and yeah, I don't know where that's gonna go, if they'll break up, if that wedding will actually happen. And even Xander saying like, oh, you don't look like that, do you? Like, and yes, it would be scary to see a demon, but also that's part of Anya's identity and, what she used to be, so I think she was a little upset by that. Willow is again the one to save the day as Xander and Anya are doing their own thing, and Dawn obviously is a kid and is just trying to, get through, and her arm is still injured, obviously. It does look like it's slowly getting better, but obviously it's going to take some time. And she did ask Willow if Willow was okay, because she could see that Willow was like, something was not right. Looked like she was very shaken, obviously, after Amy gave her that magic, and she's trying to hide it, but also like wants to be as normal as possible because, you know, she doesn't want them to think she had anything to do with magic, even though it wasn't her fault, but she still doesn't want everybody to think that she's, you know, relapsed into magic again. It was interesting that the Manny, the manager, was asking Buffy why she wasn't going for a better job. He's like, why do you want to work here? Like, you seem like you're, you know, intelligent, and why are you, you know, sticking around this, I'm assuming, minimum wage paying job? And Buffy's like, I don't have time to, you know, go through a 2-month, 3-month interview process, whatever that might be, for a higher paying job. Because we know Buffy has some college education as well and would be, you know, very competent at any job. She did definitely seemed overwhelmed at the cashier, but I think that's just because she wasn't used to it and it was a lot of orders at once. But yeah, I was also like, why wouldn't you go for something high paying, or at least try for something that would pay more? Because obviously this minimum wage job is not going to pay all the bills. And I think they did an interesting job of setting it up, you know, with the zombie-like staff and, you know, the suspicious meat and the fact that it's like chicken and beef mixed together, or like one chicken patty and a meat patty, and that's like their signature thing. And obviously they can't use a real, you know, restaurant name. They have to make something up for the show. And, you know, finding the finger in there, and they're like, well, Gary hasn't shown up for work. Like, they did an interesting job of telling the story so that you would automatically assume that it's people, and, you know, having Buffy run around telling everybody it's people as well. So yeah, I'm very curious to see how the rest of the season will involve this Doublemeat Palace, or if it'll be completely forgotten and she'll quit a week later. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm very curious to see where it's gonna go and how big of a role it'll play in this series. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Oh, these training videos at work. So it's a chicken and beef together, that's double meat. Of course it grows right out of her head. That's nightmare fuel. They gotta break up. She's a bad influence. As cue the giant pile of meat. Oh god, that's ominous. Yeah, the staff seem especially zombie-ish. Why would pickles be locked?